Hello scholars, welcome back to our literature part. Today we are going to do chapter 9, The Merchant and the Genie from our student book. Yes, this is the first page of the chapter, The Merchant and the Genie, and here one task is there for you, that think of a magical creature and draw it here. Tell your partner what creature it is. So now it's not possible to tell your partner, right? So what you have to do, you have to make some drawing of a magical creature, and you have to write at the bottom of that drawing that what you made, what is that drawing. Okay, this you have to do. So by this task you can understand that the chapter or the story which we are going to start, that is related to magic, right? So let's move towards. Yes, before starting our chapter, first of all you have to understand these words. These words are from our old English. These we are not using now. Nowadays we are not using these words in our English, but these are the part of our old English. But in this chapter these words are used. Okay, these words were used by the author, and that's why you have to understand that what is the meaning of these words. Like the meaning of thee is you, thou, you, but the difference is when it is double e, then it will work as object, and when it is ou, it will work as subject. Thy means your, thine means your, ye, that is you, and it will work here as plural. Hast, has, art will come as are. Okay, pray, I beg. These all words are given in your textbook. Before starting your chapter, once you have to pay attention on these words. Just try to read it out. Okay. Okay, scholars. Now we will start our chapter. This story is taken from 1001 Arabian Nights, one story name it is, and the part which is taken from that Arabian Nights, that is related to a story of a merchant and a genie. Okay, so our chapter is The Merchant and a Genie. Okay, and it is taken from 1001 Arabian Nights. A long time ago, a very rich merchant lived in a city. He had a loving family and a successful business. On many occasions, he left home to visit other kingdoms to spread his business and make new acquaintances. Okay, so this story is about one merchant and his family. This merchant was living in a city, and he had a very loving family. He had a successful business also. So he used to go to different kingdoms to spread his business. Okay, nowadays also people are moving here and there to spread their business, to improve their income, right? So in the same way, this merchant used to visit other kingdoms to spread his business. Okay. One fine day, when he was to cross a desert to reach a far off town, he mounted his horse and started early from home. He carried some water, dates and dry fruits to eat on his way. Okay, now what happened? One day he has to go to other kingdom, and that's why he thought to go by, it was very far, that other kingdom was very far, so he thought to move by his horse, and he started early from his house. He started early morning from his house, and as he has to cross one desert, so what he thought to carry some dry fruits and water with him, which will be useful for him on the way. Okay, because he has to cross one desert. It was extremely hot in the desert, so he sat beneath a palm tree near an oasis and began to eat some dates. When he had eaten the dates, he threw away the stones. Okay, so what happened when he reached near an oasis? Oasis means, what is the meaning of oasis? Oasis is a land, or we can say one spot in a desert which is fertile, or where we can get some water. Okay, that can be called as oasis. So when he reached near oasis, what he thought to take rest. So he sat beneath a palm tree. There was a palm tree. There was palm tree in deserts. So he thought to he thought to take rest under a palm tree. So he sat beneath a palm tree, and while taking rest, he thought to eat some dates, because dates are giving us energy. Okay, so he thought to eat some dates. When he had eaten the dates, when he finished his food, then what he did, the seeds of the dates, whatever seeds were there, he thought to throw that. So he threw away that stones. Okay, he threw away that seeds, not stones, that seeds, but here it's mentioned in the story stones. Okay, but what he threw seeds of the dates away from him. And lo, a genie appeared. What happened when he threw that dates seeds? Then at the same time, one genie appeared. A genie was huge with a sword in his hand. Okay, the genie was huge, and huge means not normal size. It was very big. That genie was very big, and he had one sword in his hand. Okay. Soon enough, the fierce-looking genie stood in front of the merchant and roared, "Thou art going to be dead soon. I will kill thee because thou hast killed my only son." Okay, see here English words, old English words are has been taken. These words, thou, then thee, all these words you have to understand. Okay, so soon enough, after when he threw that date seeds, after that one genie appeared, and he had fierce looking. Fierce looking means that genie was in anger, and he stood in front of the merchant and he was roaring. Roaring means he was shouting and he was saying loudly. What he said, "Thou art going to be dead soon," means you are going to be dead soon. You are means he was saying to the merchant that you are going to be dead soon. "I will kill you because you hast is old English word. Here it will be has. You has killed my only son," means what he said, that he was blaming to merchant that because of you my son was killed, means you only killed my son. He was blaming to the merchant. Genie was in anger because the merchant has killed genie's son. It was blamed by genie to the merchant. Amazed, the merchant exclaimed in a shaky voice, "What? I killed thy son?" Then merchant is asking question in reverse to the genie that what you are saying, "I killed your son," means he was not knowing about this, right? He just threw dates seed, and genie appeared, and genie was saying that merchant has killed genie's son. "Yes, when thou threw the stones, they struck my son's head, and he was dead," the genie said. Now what genie is saying, that yes, you threw date seeds, and date seeds struck my son's head, and because of that he was dead. Genie was giving this excuse. Genie was saying this reason. Okay, so now merchant, "I am sorry, mighty genie, but I had no intent of harming thy son. Please be kind. I beg thee pardon." The merchant begged the genie to forgive him. Now what happened? Merchant intentionally he has not done anything, so he was asking sorry. He was saying sorry to genie, and he said, he was begging in front of him that please pardon me, please sorry, I'm begging you, please forgive me. Like this he started asking from genie. Then what the genie said, I'm sorry, mighty genie, but I had no intent of harming thy son." Means what he said, merchant said that I am so sorry, mighty genie, but I had not done anything intentionally. It was not my intention. I just threw date seeds. Please be kind. I beg thee pardon. Means he was asking sorry again and again, and he was saying, merchant was saying to the genie that please forgive me. Okay, I will hear none of thy prayers. I must kill thee, just as thou hast killed my son. The genie thundered as he seized the merchant and threw him on the ground. Okay, now what was the action of genie? He was in anger because what he was thinking, that the merchant has killed his son. So what he said, that I am not going to listen any of your prayers. Okay, and I must kill you, and I must kill you because you killed my son. And genie was saying in a very louder voice, like he was thundering, he was saying very loudly each and everything. He was aggressive also. So what he did, what was his action? He just took a merchant in his hand and threw away on the ground. Genie took the merchant and he threw the merchant onto the ground. Okay. As he lifted his sword to kill the merchant, the poor man prayed to the Almighty, saying, I leave my case in the hands of God, and began to pray. Okay, now what happened? Now merchant said that now everything is in the hand of God. So I am leaving each and everything on the hand of God. Okay, who said this? The merchant. Quite exasperated by this, the genie said, cut short thy prayers and let me kill thee. Now what genie is saying, that stop doing this prayer and let me kill you. Because continuously, the merchant was continuously praying to God. He was asking sorry, he was asking to God that please save me, like that. So what happened, what genie did, he was frustrated by the merchant's prayer. So he said that now stop doing these prayers, now stop your prayers and let me kill you. Okay scholars, so what you have to do, you have to read this lesson, very interesting, and the creatures are also very good. So you have to do reading of this chapter, you have to listen this video, and you have to mark the hard words by yourself. If you don't know meanings of the words, just mark it, and afterwards you can find out meanings from the dictionary. Okay, and in next video we will continue this and maybe we will finish it. So till that time, take care. Bye bye.